I just want to give a shout out to my favorite home theater channel. It's not Youth Man, it's not Tech Enthusiasm, it's not Shane Lee or whatever. It is Andy Summers, Andy and My Cats. The most entertaining, the wildest. You know, Andy is, he's not getting paid by Trinoff. He's not getting paid by Dolby. He's just spitting truth. He is, his videos are, just, you know, you get into it and you'll be like, oh, this is a movie. This is, a video about, 2001 on Laserdisc. And you look and you go like, oh, it's 8 hours long. What does he do in 8 hours? Well, wanders around, mumbling, grumbling, watching parts of 2001 over and over and over, demoing it, showing you the VU meters of the individual audio channels. He's got his own little home theater that he's built. It's I'm kind of envious in a way. It really looks nice. He's got a lot of cinema grade Dolby processors, Dolby audio processors. And he can get a little bit, use some very colorful language. I think one video is just like an hour of like vomit noises over, over this thing, you know. One of the great things about his channel is it provides a lot of entertainment and a lot of content, and you can watch one of his 4-hour or 8-hour or 10-hour videos and you won't see one commercial on any of them. YouTube can't run commercials on this stuff. They can't run commercials. They can't run a commercial on an Andy Summers video. They're not that bold. So they'll just watch these 8-hour videos, and it's great. And it seems like it's almost continuous. It doesn't seem like he's, you know, pausing and restarting the stream. Cause these are like live streams. He does a lot of short, you know, 10 or 15 minute videos, but then he'll do these streams that are like 10 hours long, and he's just in his home theater, and that does get a little bit annoying when he starts to eat the slurping noises. I can't deal with that. I've had to click out some videos because he'll start doing that. I'm like, oh no, I can't deal with that. But Andy is a cool guy. He has a lot of enthusiasm for film, for home theater, for audio, and when you start listening to him between the lines, he has a lot of insight and a lot of experience, and he talks about the times when he saw this or that film in a theater and the experience of that. And, you know, he's a colorful character, but he's, you know, he's expressed frustration. He's going through things like everybody is, but I think he's a really, really cool guy, and he does some really interesting videos. And you know what I would love to see, because like you watch his videos and you're like, wow, this isn't, you know, oh, it's so frustrating because it's just so kind of drawn out, and but then the guy Movie Collector, John Clancy, did a video with him, and it was almost like it felt like a different person, because John Clancy did this really short, you know, 10, 15 minute, very concise video, and it was on topic and it focused him. And he had a lot of great insights in that video. He was talking about, you know, the Dolby surround mixes on the Indiana Jones, Star Trek, The Undiscovered Country. He's really high on the Star Trek sequels, just the Dolby tracks. And the Dolby Pro Logic, the Dolby surround tracks. And he was able to get John Clancy convinced to this whole thing about near field mixes, and, you know, how the Laserdisc audio mix is much more of a faithful to the theatrical mix, sound mix. And, you know, it's things that I kind of believe in. I think he's really hit the nail on the head with a lot of these things. And I mean, it's not, in the arguments that he makes are not incoherent or anything. They actually do make a lot of sense. What I would love to see with Andy, though, is it would be nice if there was some YouTuber or some like YouTuber or creator, somebody who, because there's a lot of YouTubers out there who, they have the equipment, they have the gear, they have the knowledge, they know how to make videos, they understand the format, but they don't really have any subject. They don't really have anything special or unique to make a video about. And so Andy has the gear and it can make interesting and unique. He's a subject media expert in a sense, in his own unique way. And so it would be great to have like a YouTuber pair with him, just in the same way that like that John Clancy video, and make these concise 10 or 15 minute videos about this stuff. It would work really well. Though I feel like Andy would, like, the second week you show up to shoot with him, he'd get angry with you or something. But he's just kind of he's a wonderful guy. He's just, it's just cool. I love watching the videos. There's a lot of, as I said, there's a lot of interesting bits throughout these videos that are fascinating and fun. And it's just great to watch somebody actually talk about home theater, actually somebody who actually watches these movies and is not just like, oh, speaker this and speaker that, and just reading the tech specs off of the box, or like, hey, I found all this gear on eBay, I scrounged it together, I put this together, even though he has a projector, but it seems like most of the time he's watching things on a little TV in his home theater. I don't quite get that, and he'll get down on things. He'll get like, this is horrible, that's horrible. There's a video where he takes a bunch of Christopher Nolan 4K UHDs and starts cutting them up with scissors and throwing them in the the kitty litter. If he doesn't like something, he throws it in the kitty litter box, because he has all these cats. The whole thing, Andy and my cats, and also Andy Summers, because I thought the channel name was Andy Summers and my cats. I don't know, but I don't know how, you think of Andy Summers and it's like, oh, the Andy Summers from The Police. No, he's not Andy Summers of The Police. he's on a cooler track than Andy Summers of The Police. So yeah, Andy Summers, cool guy, cool videos. And it's just one of those things where, if you start searching for longer videos on YouTube for Laserdisc, because sometimes I just like to search for, like DTS or Dolby Digital Laserdisc, and I'll just put the filter to, plus 20 minutes, just because I want to see if there's any kind of demo Laserdisc or anything, anybody doing anything kind of weird or long form related to Laserdiscs on YouTube. And I think that's how I found Andy's channel. And then it blew my mind, because I watch Movie Collector all the time, John Clancy, and the fact that he showed up, and because John Clancy's whole thing is like the home theater, like the UK thing with these guys with the armchair Odeons, where they've got like literally 16 35 millimeter projections in, theaters in their home or their backyard shed. These guys are like, there's nobody in the US that's like that, really, or nobody in the US that's like that wants to publicize things. I'm sure there's people in the US that have private 35 millimeter projections, but it seems like in the UK it's a lot more common. It seemed like in the UK, because of what they were releasing, like these companies like Duran were releasing like full length Super 8 stuff, and that really didn't. My perception of it is, you got magazines like The Big Reel, and you have 16 millimeter collectors. I guess 16 millimeter was big. Less Super 8. It seemed like the serious collectors in North America were, by the 70s and 80s, all going to 16 millimeter. And then, of course, Laserdisc and VHS and Betamax and so forth. But it's an interesting window into what's going on with those guys. This guy Andy Summers, but I mean, you check out the channel. It's a lot of cool stuff. A lot of long form Laserdisc content. A little bit rambling, as I said, but really fun and yeah, no commercial free.